So now you know precision, precision at k, and average precision at n. Are we done yet? Sorry, no. There is one more that you have to know, which is called the mean average precision, or MAP. Essentially, what we've done so far in all the calculations is we only looked at the results for one single user. And then we did all these calculations for that user. Was recommendation number 3 in the list relevant or not? So, and then we computed the score. But when you want to have an overall evaluation for a system, like in the Netflix competition, you have to do this for all users. Now, it doesn't help if the system gives perfect recommendations for one user, but for all the other users, the recommendations are rather bad. And this is what the mean average precision is doing. Basically, we are computing this average precision at n for a user, but we do this now for all users. So if there are 1,000 users, we are going to do this calculation 1,000 times and then divide it by 1,000 to get the average precision. And this is called the MAP, or more precisely, the MAP at n. So for this, I don't have an exercise on the worksheet. This would just be computing the sum and an average, so that's not really hard. You just have to understand that for a system, this is what you would want to report. So are we done now? Well, now you go into a big rabbit hole of lots and lots of different evaluation metrics. Some of them we'll see in the next couple of weeks, again, in the context of machine learning, talk more about accuracy, F-measure, and so on. And then there are a few more that are specific for specific tasks. So when you work in this domain, when you work on a specific type of system, like a recommendation system or other machine learning system, you will have to educate yourself what is a relevant metric to look at. We'll see a few more examples where metric like accuracy, for example, gives you a number, but the number doesn't really tell you anything about the system. So this is something you learn over time, which metric is the one that gives you a relevant picture of the performance of a system. So here, for now, in the context of recommendation, I just want to mention one that's important that you'll probably see mentioned or used a couple of times, and that's called the DCG, or discounted cumulative gain. Here it works basically the same as what we did so far with the average precision and the MAP. The difference is so far for the relevance, we had only 0 or 1. Either it's relevant or not relevant. But there are also lots of systems where the user can say, this is a good recommendation, a medium one, a bad one, or a totally wrong one. So this is known as a Likert scale. So you have a scale of different outcomes, not just true, false, 0, 1, but something like very good, good, medium, bad, very bad. And then the calculation changes slightly. And what you get is this DCG measure. Okay, so much for our first visit into evaluation. And in the next part of the lecture, we look into content-based recommendations. See you then.